Hey everyone, and welcome to the Webtogs gear review. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Scarpa Mistral walking boots. So these are a great all-rounder walking boot. They're ideal for city walking, trail walking, to hill walking. Anyway, let's take a look at the key features. So the two key features that this boot, offers, should we say. So firstly, it has Gore-Tex membrane, which means it's 100% waterproof and nice and breathable, and that comes with, as of recording, Gore-Tex's lifetime guarantee. So as long as you treat the boot right and say after use or whatever, it starts to let a little bit of water in, you reproof the boot, you wash the boot in accordance to the guidelines, and it's still letting water in, you could ship off the boot to Gore-Tex, they'll test it, and if there is a fault with the membrane, they will either replace the boot itself with the same boot or something similar, depending on obviously how old the boot is, and that is a lifetime guaranteed, which is really, really cool. Again, that is as of recording, but you do need to maintain the walking boot itself and the membrane. So what do I mean by that? So you have to clean the boot in designated boot cleaner, not your normal detergents and stuff like that. There is special cleaner for walking boots, should I say, and that's going to help with the breathability of the membrane. And there is a DWR coating that needs to be topped up on the outside, which is the first defense against waterproofing, because basically if you don't do those things, if you don't clean them out and if you don't top up that DWR coating, what tends to happen is that the membrane, the Gore-Tex membrane, clogs, and then that enables water to get through, or for the performance of the breathability to stop. And again, that's on like a nano, really small scale, should I say. So as long as you flush the membrane out with the wash and you top it up with the DWR coating on the outside, the membrane will do you a solid. And the sole itself is Vibram. So what that means is it's a good high-end quality sole. It gives it a lot of flex, but also it's nice and solid, and the sole itself can take a beating. But again, I'll talk about that in a little while, should I say. So they're kind of the key features, Gore-Tex and Vibram. So let's take a closer look at the boots itself. So the boots looks like a nice traditional walking boot. It's a mid-range, I would definitely say. It's a little bit higher than some mid-ranges, but that means you've got the support that you need around the ankle. But just due to that dip, it just means the boot itself is nice and comfortable. You've got metal eyelets all the way through. There are no fabric eyelets, which basically means it's going to be a little bit more hard wearing when it comes to pulling on the lace system. And also as well, it means you get a quicker reaction. I know it sounds silly, but you do get a quicker reaction with metal eyelets over fabric eyelets. And as you can see, you've got 6 eyelets all together. And the last 3, so 1, 2, 3, are hook eyelets. So what that means is you have complete adjustability on where, at the top part of the boot where your ankle is. So if you need to adjust it, to loosen it, to tighten it, due to the fact that it has hook eyelets, it means you can do so. It means that top part of the boot is more reactive to how you want the boot itself, whether you want it tighter, whether you want it looser. It just gives you a bit more freedom. So the more hook eyelets that you have, the better that you're going to be in due to customization and comfortability as well. So yeah, that's really cool to see. Lace itself is a circular lace, a round lace. It's not too shabby. That works really nicely with the metal eyelets. So you will tighten, it will react, it will, you tighten it up, the lace will tighten up pretty quickly and reacts to you yanking on it. The only negative really about kind of round laces are they do have a tendency of undoing over time, so just keep checking the knot itself is nice and tight when you're hiking, and you should be fine. As you can see, the actual the eyelets of the boot itself link in with this stitching here, and just generally the overall structure of the boot. So over time, eventually where you wear the boot in, it's going to mold, it's going to shape to the shape of your foot, meaning it's going to be a lot more comfortable for you, which is really, really cool to see. You do have a toe box on the front, and again, that is a fabric toe box, but that will protect your feet. Yeah, definitely. That is quite rigid as well for a fabric toe box. It just means you've got additional protection on there. Working with the Gore-Tex, you have breathability holes kind of dotted all over there. That's going to enable that Gore-Tex to push the hot air out and to suck the cooler air in. Again, reacting to your body, your foot's temperature, cooling you down when you need to and warming you up when you need to, which is really, really cool. Again, you've got a bit of additional fabric on the back there for, your heel for additional protection. And then just on the side there, you've got the traditional. So you've got the stitch in there, which again, it all links into the eyelets, and you've got the holes there for the increased breathability of the Gore-Tex as well. So let's take a look at the sole itself. Looks like a very traditional sole. Let me just flip it around. It's solid. Again, it's Vibram, but it does offer great flexibility. So when you really got to dig the boot in and get that support and really dig your foot into a certain type of terrain, the boot will offer you that, and it will give you the grip that you need. But when you need to flex it out, or if you're doing some low level walking and you just need that flexibility, that comfort of the flex, you've got that there. But again, because it's Vibram, it's solid and it's flexible, ticks all the boxes. You have great variancy of depth in the sole itself. Now, it may look very traditional, but like I say, the more traditional soles, to be honest with you, are the best ones, or the more classic, just simple design soles. It just means that the sole itself is going to give you the grip that you need in all types of terrain with great variancy. So it's thicker in places, it's thinner in areas. You obviously got different styles of grip on the front and on the back there to enable you to grip on the forefront there. And again, it all interlinks nicely with the side boot as well. So if you do need to sidestep, if you're doing a bit of grade 1 scrambling, you can get the grip on the side there as well. But yeah, you've got great variancy in the sole itself. So who are these boots for? To be honest with you, anyone and everyone. If you want to go hiking, if you want a nice light pair of boots for hiking on the trails, to do some hill walking, to even just walking around the town, depending on if you're backpacking or something, these will feel right as rain. Like I said, they are a mid boot, but they are slightly higher mid boot. But that does mean it gives you the comfort and the support that you need of a high boot, but just having that low section on the back there, it just eases it up a little bit more. It's a lot more comfortable. So if you like the support of a high ankle boot, but you don't like the what's the word? I'm not too sure what the word is, guys and girls, but yeah, the overall feel of a high ankle. You don't like that closeness, I guess, if that's the right word. Then this is definitely something to consider. And again, it's Scarpa, so there is a pedigree there. This boot will last you a very, very long time. And when you add the Gore-Tex membrane on the inside, to be honest with you, it is a win-win for all types of hiking. Grade 1 scrambling, yeah, I could see it for grade 1 scrambling. Anything higher than that, I would say the sole's probably too flexible, but yeah, that's a whole different ballpark, and that's where you also need the higher support there. But yeah, so if you're just starting out, or if you've got a pair of, you've been hiking for a couple of years, you bought yourself a pair of cheaper boots, you want to invest in something that's going to maybe last you a little bit longer, this is definitely a boot to consider. It will give you the support that you need. Gore-Tex will keep you nice and dry and breathable. And yeah, like I said, the Scarpa pedigree is really, really up there. So the quality of the boot is super duper high. Anyway, if you want any more information about these boots, just head over to our website, webtogs.com, or click on the link that I've pinned in the comments below on our YouTube channel. And once you're over on our website, you'll notice something that we're doing really cool at the moment, which is place an order, plant a tree. So for every order that is placed through our website, webtogs.com, we are going to be planting a tree, which within itself is a fantastic initiative that we're super duper excited about here at Webtogs HQ. But what a lot of people don't know is that we have one of the most eco-friendly warehouses in the world. So what that means is, as of recording, our carbon emissions are down by 93.5%. which within itself is fantastic. But when you combine the two together, so the place an order, plant a tree, and the low carbon emission warehouse, our eco-friendly warehouse, it does something rather special. So that one tree that we will be planting based off an order over on our website actually eliminates the carbon emissions and the carbon tracing of 3 other Webtog orders, and that's just due to the fact that our carbon emissions are down so low, which is fantastic. But obviously those 3 other orders that are placed on the website where say you've purchased something and you've wiped out the carbon emissions of those 3 orders, those 3 orders will also be planting trees as well. So it really is a win-win. Anyway, if you want to find out more information about that, again, just follow the link that's going to be pinned in the comments below over on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy trails.